Good morning. This video is about uh, my and our blood aunt and my adopted mom, my beautiful blood aunt who adopted me and became my mother, Jesus Rothschilds. We'll talk to you about the thunderings later. This is about mom because she made me promise after she was poisoned fatally, to make sure that the person who poisoned her, don't let them get away with that. Because they killed mom. They poisoned mom with mercury poisoning. He was a wanted Nazi, and he poisoned her at his dinner table. Mom wanted to catch him, help to catch him. Everybody knew he was a wanted Nazi. And everybody's being caught that tried to hurt us and take our things. And yes, he was with all the people that tried to hurt us and take our things. With that singing woman. And with her imposterous man, and everybody else with them. And so, we'll tell you that we were leaving there forever. Taking our things and never going back there to live and bring some of our things that we could bring out of there. And it was the night before our flight that she went to this so-called dinner party to this man's house. He poisoned her at his table. And the doctor said she had to have eaten an ocean load of fish to get so much mercury in her system. And she wanted us to come and get her early because she didn't trust the man. Everybody knew he's the one at Nazi. He did something to our people really bad in World War II. So my beloved husband, King Malik, Shabtai Shabi, and I were to go pick Mom up right away as soon as she arrived. We went to go pick her up. When we got there, Mom was poisoned. She ate a bite load of fish, she said. We saw when she stood up, it was in a napkin. It fell to the ground. She staggered. And she drank some wine. Mom went to walk down the street when we left in the busy street of Manhattan. And we had to end up taking a taxi because, she was really, really sick. She just wanted to walk. She just knew and we knew when we saw her that, the kids want their mom to be better. She was my husband's blood aunt. And she was his mother-in-law. And she was my blood aunt and my adopted mom. And so, you know how a child would feel, a young child, watching their mom? It was most awful. She didn't want to go to the doctor. She wanted to wait. In the morning, maybe she would be better because she just was hopeful. But we'll go back to when we picked her up at that man's house. He tried to serve us chocolate dessert, chocolate ice cream and chocolate cake or something. Mom says, don't eat that. We looked. But when she stood up and she staggered, we knew that something was wrong. We looked at him. We'd ask him, where are the people for the dinner party? He said that it's the dinner party now. He made some kind of excuse like, it's the dinner party now. Other people came, Mom said, for any party like that. And he did some other things, so he was going to really hurt our mom. And so to make a long story short, there were no other people there at the dinner party. We didn't see anybody at the dinner. We came early. There was nobody there. We just told us the dinner party now. He hadn't invited, made some kind of excuse or something, seemed to remember. But so we were supposed to leave on our flight, coming out of there forever the next day. But Mom was so sick in the morning, and we had to call an ambulance. The ambulance comes, and there's a black ambulance driver and a white ambulance driver, and they go, get this nigger away from here. There's somebody in the neighborhood, and they said, well, this is her daughter. This is her son-in-law. But they knew that was my mom. And they put us on the ambulance with Mom, and they were going to try to finish Mom off and us finish us off in the ambulance too, because the ambulance driver said they'd never killed a kid before. The ambulance workers in the ambulance said they'd never killed a kid before. It's me and my blood husband came up with Shabtai Shabi, and our mom, my husband's mom-in-law, and my mom, our blood aunt. We were in there with her, and Mom was really, really weak. And they would have done that if they could. So to make a long story short, everything's better a little bit now. And we go back to the man's house for dinner. We take our food in baggies. The baggies. We put our carrots and stuff and everything in the baggies, and we pulled out our purses and lunch bags, and we ate in front of the man our own food. He had served us food, but we got some, and it was analyzed, and it was poison too. The man kind of semi-broke down, but Mom was already poisoned with mercury. The doctor had said that Mom had to have eaten an ocean load of fish to consume that much mercury in her system, and she had only consumed a little bit in her. She said she spit the food out in her napkins to take it to have it analyzed, and maybe had put it in her wine too. when we arrived, she was really sick. But when we went back to the man's house for his dinner, and we took some of the food, we brought our own food. We took some of the food to be analyzed, and it was poisoned. That wanted Nazi was Mayor Bloomberg of New York. And Mayor Bloomberg is no Jew. Afterwards, he was the wanted Nazi. He poisoned our mom, our brother, my adopted mom. After that, he had the nerve to come here. He brought those creepy women with him. They were going to try to do something, but they weren't able to. There's more to all of this too. That they did more things. To try to do more things to us. It poisoned my mom to death. And Mom made me promise before we had the sting and everything we were talking. She says, make sure that the man doesn't get away with killing me, Mom said. He poisoned her at his dinner table. And he's no Jew. And you've seen him with that singing woman. And the singing woman who threatened to kill my mom. She threatened to kill my mom right here one day. She threatened in front of, in this part of our location of our kingdom, somewhere in a location, she threatened to do that to my mom. And she threatened my mom to my beloved husband, King Shabtai, and me. Yeah. And she was with that man. After Mom was poisoned, she showed her blatant like that. When she threatened, when I was giving threats, they say, when they're giving those threats to us, they say, because it's like a group of them. We told you that in the writings, right up on the site. Another thing about those people, those women, those singing women, they're the ones that try to take those things out of the Tanakh, the Torah. All those things that you do need. If God is writing these things to be written in our Tanakh and Torah, like same as it was and it would be later too, and it connects all the way to Daniel, the future time, because they try to do it again, the fallen ones. Those bad women don't have the right, anybody have the right to say that that's not needed in our Tanakh and Torah. But I just wanted to tell you what else they did too. They're the ones that did that. Tried to take those things out of our Tanakh and Torah, but nobody could get to our books. And so she threatened to kill my mom. To me and my beloved husband, King Shabtai Shavi. And we just were livid. That's the threats they always gave. I gave threats to try to hurt us, not take our things. And we were trying to catch them in a sting operation, which is legal and lawful, because they gave so many threats. They were hurting our people. They were hurting our beloved family and our beloved people. And they needed to hurt all of us. And that's when the threats they gave. And Mom was poisoned at that man's dinner table. You know, that man by the name of Freddie Mercury was involved. He told he was involved in my kidnapping, and he was trying to sell us to the Nazis for experiments. So help me God, I swear that happened. And he always threatened to, they were always threatening to kill us and kidnap us and everything. And they were threatening to sell us to the Nazis. When to say we remember that, when they kidnapped us and everything. And we told you in the writings what that Freddie Mercury had done. But when Mom was poisoned with the mercury, they figured because he was part of their entourage that all the ones who tried to hurt us on take our things, but they chose Mercury because of that one. And so we just wanted to tell you, because Mom wanted me to make sure that man never got away with poisoning her to death. He really did poison her. And that Bloomberg, and he was no Jew. He's not Jewish. He's a wanted Nazi, and Mom wanted to do her part to help catch him. He killed Mom. He tried to kill my beloved husband, King Shabtai, Shavi, and me. And there's more that we can tell you, but eventually you will know more. But that man, Bloomberg, he did do that to my mom at his dinner table. And he tried to kill us too. So, it's early in the morning, and we'll video you another time, and we wanted to make this video for you so you would know. And we'll video you another time soon.